During the taping of this episode, we experienced some audio difficulties. We apologize ahead of time. They have been fully worked out as of about halfway through the show. So, we present to you, in the form that we can, this week's episode. We'll do better next time.
This is Mudbum from twitch.tv/Mudbum, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Sorry about that, guys. Hi, this is Mudbum from twitch.tv/Mudbum, and you're listening to the Escape Pod cast. The show was recorded in front of a live Twitch audience. And remember, as Abraham Lincoln once said, if you're not clenching your cheeks, you're going to have a sore back for weeks. Take it away, boys.
One is a Grand Arena specialist from the UK. The other is a territory battle tactician from the US. Together, there are no signs of intelligent life on board. With both having played this game since launch, the one thing we are sure of is that you will be entertained. The Escape Pod Cast, a service of the Escape Pod Castaways. A weekly podcast about the mobile game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Live from the network studios of Yavin 4, here are your hosts, Neil Andrew Eyre and Paul Anthony.
Coming up on this week's edition of the Escape Pod cast.
The dev insight into tech is released,
As well as a 45-minute puzzle from CG EVS 469.
to which that revealed the next character is Wrecker.
So that just leaves Crosshair to go for the Bad Batch?
Well, if you don't count Echo, of course.
I've already said my piece on that.
Well, get ready to talk about it again,
Wait, why?
because coming up in our incoming transmission...
Oh no, don't tell me.
Oh yes, Thaddeus from Going Nerdy will speculate with us.
You mean to tell me the three of us are going to be in the same Zoom call?
Oh yes, mate. Be prepared for tangents and arguments.
Oh great, get your tinfoil hats and shiny nickels out.
And of course, Patreon's choice and an update on our schedule this coming week.
We are on Article Watch as well from CG after Conquest gets taken down.
All this and breaking news as and if it happens.
Right here on the Escape Pod cast.
Receiving incoming transmission.
The hell is that?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's another incoming transmission, so I'll hand you over to our referee tonight, who will introduce our guest.
All right, fighting out of the space corner, weighing in at
A lot.
232 pounds.
Oh, you're kind.
Hailing out of BFE, Utah. He is one of our very, very good friends. He was one of our very, very first guests. He's appeared every single season on this show, and we love him for it. He is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Thaddeus, you have done many, many shows, different shows, Talking Mando, Talking Clones, which we definitely need to start getting ready to do again
Yes.
with Bad Batch.
Yes.
Yeah, we
But-
briefly discussed it on Sunday, wasn't it?
Wednesday, I think.
Wednesday, yeah. We were
Yeah.
like, we need to start it up. We need to start because you came up with a stupid name for the show, and I instantly poo-pooed you.
I just said Talking Bad Batch.
It doesn't-
It wasn't. It's the same. Now hold on. I have a much better name. Ready?
Okay, go.
Bantering with the Bad Batch.
I thought you'd agreed that my idea of chatting clones was good.
I don't think I ever agreed to that.
Okay, you'd never. Fine. Yeah.
I'm
Never.
gonna say that mine is much better.
I'm
it's
glad it's coming
bantering
back
with-
because I'll finally get to be able to use my black lights again, and I can go blue, and Paul can go red.
And I'll go green.
Yeah.
Or just stay the same. So
Who's gonna be bottom bitch this season?
I feel like that's already answered. I mean, I don't know. Now I will say and something that I'm really excited to do. It was I think season 7 or with season 2 of the Clones. I reached out to the devs over at CG and I was like, hey, the guys from the Escape Podcast and I, we do this weekly show where we just talk Clone Wars or we just talk whatever it was. I can't remember what it was. I think it was Mando at the time.
Mando.
I'm like, we would love to have you on. I'm like, we will not ask questions about the game, just about your fandom when it comes to Star Wars. And I didn't get like a no. I got a let us mull this over.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I think that's fair, because I don't want them to say, yes, we'll do it. And then I get excited and they can't do it. That would suck. But at the same time, now we're starting to see them, reach out more to content creators, which I think is a brilliant idea.
Which they are.
And this would, I think, be a great opportunity for just some of them to come in and talk Star Wars, their fandom, how they connect, specifically what show we just watched. I think it'd be awesome. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And always a live stream is always enjoyable. So
yeah. Yeah, it'd be fun to get some guests on during the show, wouldn't it?
Oh,
so
absolutely.
the 3 of us and then an extra, surprise guest from that's a Star Wars fan.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's talk about the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch are coming to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We've seen that 3 of them are coming. Crosshair is the logical next person.
Yes. We had Hunter, Tick, which is I think a spot on impression of how that little boy or girl says the name Tech, which, let's face it, is how you say the name Tech. But he says Tick because he has that, or she has that adorable accent that is, it's just so cute. I want to squeeze the life out of it, just hug it till it stops breathing. That was dark. I apologize. But,
well,
yes.
Seeing that they're all clones of Jango Fett, it's a guy.
Yeah, and so I don't know.
All right, so
and I don't want to get into that, but
moving on here, I am going to get there, Neil. We will talk about this. Do we see something get announced next week where there is a quote unquote break or not?
What do you mean break? As in
a character reveal? We're not getting another character reveal apparently until
the 28th, right?
Until the 28th.
Yeah.
Next week is a quote unquote dead week for character reveals. And then the following week is May 4th.
Yeah.
Do we see something come out where we're going to get the epic confrontation that I've been calling for? Neil thinks that it's Robolegs Maul. I'm thinking that we're going to... Here's my idea. They throw us a bone because Rex was in the group with them.
Mm-hmm.
Rex and the Bad Batch rescue Echo, a cybernetically enhanced Echo, from Wat Tambor as the final boss.
So Wat Tambor would be the final boss, and the epic confrontation would be Echo.
Yes, that is my thoughts.
That makes a lot of sense. It would clean up quite a bit of everything, to be honest. Because
really?
if you, well, no, because here's the thing with with an epic confrontation, you have to have 5 characters. Same thing with what do you call it, the legendary events. But with a legendary event, the 5 characters that you would need is the Bad Batch and Echo, right? Or the Bad Batch and Rex, which doesn't feel like it would make a lot of sense. But introducing an epic confrontation with the Bad Batch and Rex saving Echo makes a whole lot of sense because you have these characters, and I've said these in the videos that I've been talking about, that I've been doing. These characters are from the Clone Wars. This is not Bad Batch material yet. This is Clone Wars Season 7
Yeah, it's
material.
Clone Wars Season 7, exactly.
And if that's the case, Rex with the 5, that makes a whole hell of a lot of sense.
Yeah, but
Or the 4.
here's the thing. Epic confrontations are not 5 characters. They're a minimum of 10. Malik was 10. Okay.
And we get Admiral Trench as the 6th Marquis.
Malik was 10, all right? And Gas was more than 10. Gas was like 15. Okay. Now, does Echo from season 7 warrant an epic I don't even think he warrants a legendary. I think he's going to come as a marquee. They just haven't announced him, and that all 5 of them would be required, plus a bunch of other Clone Wars era characters. I still think that story will get. I still think that story is going to be played, right? I do genuinely. I think that story's the story that you're describing is going to be played out, but as a marquee, all right. And then once you've got the Bad Batch, you're going to need Rex, you're going to need GK, you're going to need Ahsoka, you're going to need a bunch of other characters, all right? And then it ends on the ship with Maul. And Maul is the character that you get from an epic confrontation. I was thinking more down the line at the end of the year, but I do now think that Maul will be the epic confrontation characters, and that everything that we need are going to be part of these 6 marquees, because it's the easiest way for CG and EA to make money. If the more marquees they give us that are required for an epic confrontation, the more thousands of dollars they're going to make, because anybody that wants it, when they drop that in June or in May or June, when they drop that epic confrontation, it's going to cost a couple grand to get these characters ready for an epic confrontation.
That's true. So here's the thing. When I say epic confrontation, I'm looking almost exclusively, and I say almost exclusively, I am looking exclusively at Revan. Both Revan events are epic confrontations.
No, they're not. Both Revan events are legendaries.
Oh no, they're ancient journeys.
Malik,
that's what they are. They're journeys.
Okay, so it's an ancient journey.
It's an ancient journey. Malik was the epic confrontation that required
That's true.
That required 10 characters.
So that video that I did about Robolegs Maul being an epic confrontation character is completely inaccurate. I think I need to go back and look at it. But
we do have Bo-Katan coming to the game, or we have Bo-Katan in the game.
But yeah, and she's starting to become farmable, right? We're 1 month away from her hitting the actual nodes.
Yeah,
is that right?
Just hit chromiums.
Yeah, so which would make sense because they would introduce the concept May 4th. This is the grand thing that we're doing, and then actually introduce the event a couple weeks later after hyping it up, right? And so it could very well be after whatever Bo-Katan, or after she comes live. I do think that Maul is coming, and I think that Maul is likely to come sooner rather than later. Nev, you said end of the year. I said May-ish, May, June.
I still think. I mean, at the beginning, end of last year, beginning of this year, I was saying June for the first epic confrontation and December for the second epic confrontation of the year.
Yeah.
But an epic confrontation similar to Gas would have 4 phases. So your first phase would be the Bad Batch phase, right? Mm-hmm. And then your second and third phases would be the on Mandalore. So you'd need Boka.
Yeah.
You'd need Bo-Katan, right? You'd need Gar Saxon. You'd need a couple of that. You'd need a couple of those characters to do that.
Hold on. Depending on what they do, you might need the armorer, but that's
you're not gonna. No, you're gonna need the Bad Batch, and you're gonna need Galactic Republic.
But you know why I say the armorer, right?
No.
Oh, okay. So throw that tangent alert button up, because it's
a different
specifically
show. Wrong show.
It's not the wrong show. It is the predecessor to this. So
I don't have a tangent alert hotkey for this show.
That's unfortunate. You were not prepared, Nev. I have a tangent alert hotkey for my show.
Yeah, and
it didn't work this last time.
It doesn't work.
But I have it.
Here,
that's
fine. Tangent alert, yellow flag.
Yellow
There you
flag.
go.
Okay.
Drone.
So Maul, after Sidious kills his brother, is brought to a prison where he and what's his face? The Dooku interrogate him. He's busted out of that prison by Gar Saxon and I forget her name. Din Djarin. That's not it, but it's the spiky haired person. She's got blue hair. We see her like following we see her following Gar Saxon around in the Clone Wars. You guys know what I'm talking about? But it's rumored that same woman, balls, I'm gonna have to look it up.
There is no way that Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is going to reveal the identity of the armorer in a game from the TV show The Mandalorian. Not going to happen.
You don't give this game that much credit.
No, I do, but the more people watch that show that have no idea that this game exists.
So I've got to point out, okay, as I was surfing the internet today at work, I mean after work when I wasn't being paid, I was surfing the internet and I saw the Star Wars show, right? The weekly, it's like a 5-minute clip of here's all the stuff that's coming out, and it was High Republic and a Disney fun run of some kind and a bunch of other random crap. But one of the biggest parts of this 5-minute clip was the fact that Hunter is coming to the game. Not Hunter, Tick is coming to the game and just launched and just hit holo tables. Okay. Star Wars is pushing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes because it is the only not viable product that they're able to make money off of right now. It is huge. And so I think
because of its live service nature.
Because exactly. Because it's ongoing, right? I mean, if Battlefront 2 was still coming out with stuff, it would be Battlefront 2, right? When we start getting Fallen Order stuff, it'll be Fallen Order stuff. But the fact that like it's still ongoing and the fact that the Bad Batch is coming on, there's a lot of little mechanics that I think they're pushing in Star Wars. So the one with the blue hair, yes, JJ Manners. I forget what her name is, but Steven sounds right. Anyways, it's rumored that same woman who is not arrested by the clones eventually goes on, creates the faction, the offshoot of a Death Watch that Din Djarin is a part of or becomes a part of. And she, saves his bacon.
That's true. We do see Din Djarin get rescued by Death Watch.
Yeah. So I absolutely think that there's a connection there. I don't know what it is, but I'm excited for it. Sorry guys, my phone is vibrating like crazy, and I need to turn it off because it's bugging me.
All those people are excited that you're on the show.
Yeah, it's my family. My brother bought my sister a cat. Not my sister. My brother bought his daughter a cat. I don't have a sister. I don't know where that came from.
Are you admitting that your family tree does not fork, Thad?
Probably does. I'm from the South, so it probably doesn't fork nearly as far as it should. Just right. All of my brothers we look the exact same. We're all bald. We're all above 6 feet except for one who's really short. So I don't know. Maybe I am from Texas. I'm from Texas. My family's from Oklahoma, which God knows what happens in that place. No offense to any Oklahomans out there. I love you guys. Boomer Sooner. Now that I've alienated potentially 1/50th of your listening cast.
Well, not per capita, at least.
Well, we don't know. They could all be in Oklahoma. Right. Anyways,
ladies and gentlemen, this is why we love having Thaddeus on the show.
Because at this point in time, my meds are wearing off, and I'm not thinking straight. And I don't think straight normally, so it's
so you think Echo's going to be an epic confrontation, and I think Maul's going to be an epic confrontation.
So based off of this new evidence that has been in existence since epic confrontations have been around, but I just disregarded, probably not an epic confrontation, but it is likely and or possible that he could be a legendary character. Echo is one of those characters who motivated Rex, right? So much of that third arc of that final story arc of season 7 is Rex dealing with the fact that he left Echo behind, right? And so it would make sense if you have something like that, a legendary event where you can play out, I don't know, you can use the Bad Batch. I think it'd be awesome.
No. Oh, no. Get out of my head. Too late. It's there. Oh, no. A horrible thought just popped into my head. A horrible thought just popped into my head. Because you're talking about Echo being a legendary. No, the other 2 marquee characters.
What are those?
No. Oh, okay. I'm going to say it because the thought's in my head now.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Those sisters. From the 4 episodes of season
Not
seven.
a chance.
Sisters?
The Martez
sisters. Oh,
the sisters Martez.
Oh,
no.
Well, think about it. If you're correct, right? If you're correct and Echo is a legendary, all right? So you need the 4 Bad Batch and Rex to get the legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So everybody so you get your 7-star legendary, but obviously you then need to gear him up for the epic confrontation that comes the following month in June, which is Maul. So you've got your 5 Bad Batch, you've got your GK, your Anakin, your Ahsoka, your Rex, and the Martez sisters. That's 11 characters that you would then need for epic confrontation Maul.
Okay.
Please. Why did you... Damn you,
That was
Thaddeus.
you.
That's your fault.
Your mind went
sisters
there.
popped into my head.
That's totally that's where your mind went. Now, here's the thing. Okay, so if you look at the gears, if you look at the data mine, okay, you have 5 characters that legendary gear bundle 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? Theoretically, it's to get the what is it, legendary gear bundle? Am I thinking of the? No, it's the Galaxy of Heroes bundles 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You have 1 through 10 essentially, right? Now we're looking at, we saw 3 of them come in with Mando, or was it just 2 of them that came in with Mando? I can't remember, but essentially we're looking at 5 more. Okay, if there are 5 more bundles coming in, we've already got Hunter, we're getting Tech. Or we've gotten Tech, we're getting Wrecker when it comes out. We'll get Crosshair. There's going to be a 5th, okay? It's not going to be a person. It's going to be a ship. It's going to be the Bad Batch's ship. It's got to be. Because 1, no one wants a ship. No one wants ships. Everyone hates ships.
No,
but
everybody wants ships. It's just you that doesn't want ships.
Okay, hold on. Everyone wants ships now because they think that it's an easy way to get crystals, which it is. But they're hoping for the future. They're like, I really want them to redo ships, and when they do, it'll be great. But they've introduced other ships, right? It makes sense that we have the 4 characters and the ship, and then they'll introduce whatever we need, whatever is next. Yeah, I think a lot of people think ships are boring. That's why I, who have a terrible fleet, who suck at Fleet Arena, anyone who's seen me do my GAC knows I suck at ships. I'm in my top 50. That tells you, and I'm in an old shard. That tells you how much people love ships. And the answer is they don't.
Okay, I'm going to explain why ships are easier for a lot of people than Arena Shard is.
Yes, please do, because I don't understand it.
Arena Shard came out, or the Arena Shard has been there pretty much since the beginning.
Yes.
Fleet Arena came out afterward. So you had all those shards filling up really, really fast.
Yeah.
Exponentially, the amount of people that have left the game is not the same as your arena shard. Your arena shard has people that have been dedicated to the game. Especially if they've been playing for that long.
That's true.
The ship arenas got filled up really, really quickly, to the point where the people that had joined ended up leaving. So
I think that absolutely plays a factor into it. I just think that they haven't done a lot with ships, and the meta seems to be so stagnant with it because you don't have as many ships, right? And the only way to change that is to introduce more ships. And I think with the
ships 2.0 was 2019.
Yeah.
2019. Ships 2.0 was 2 years ago. We haven't had a Ships 3.0. Normally they do these updates like maybe once a year if we're lucky, but we haven't had an update to Ships for 2 years.
Yeah. And I think that stagnation, I think it plays a factor. I just think it does. And people just don't care as much. Right?
Well, we are unfortunately running out of time. How about sometime in the not too distant future, maybe next Sunday AD, one of them, let's get together and just have a big powwow over on your channel, Thad.
I like that. I am absolutely okay with that.
How do people find your channel, Thad?
So you can find me here on Twitch at Real Going Nerdy. I do stream when there's a GAC. I do stream Wednesdays, usually Wednesdays and Sundays at 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you're Eastern, that's like 11. I don't know. I'm assuming it's 11, right? Math is not my strong suit. And then on Saturday mornings, usually around 9 or 10 o'clock, it really depends on what time I wake up and what time I can negotiate my wife to ignore me for. That's really when it comes down to on Saturdays.
And if you want to watch me hijack
it's
Thaddeus's Sunday night stream,
it's almost every Sunday.
Tune in on Sundays because I hijack it.
Yes, he does. Which is fun because on Sundays, so typically what I do is when I do my GACs, I talk more canon than gameplay because I suck at gameplay. I'm a collector. I don't know how to play with my dolls. I just like collecting my dolls, right? And like they look pretty in their little thing. And I gotta say, sometimes I just sit there and spin them and spin them.
Oh. All right. With that being said, Neil, any other questions?
No, we're good
for Thad.
All right.
Sisters Martez 2020.
I'll save it all for Sunday night.
Yeah, well, good. Yeah, Sisters Martez 2020. Keep them in 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be right back after the latest episode of Helly and the Noob answer Patreon's choice questions and give you an update on what we're going to be doing this weekend and next week right here on the Twitch channel, right after these messages on the Escape Pod Cast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
HotBot in HotUtils is one of the most comprehensive tools for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
With integration into the super useful mod tool Grand Ivory, HotUtils can help you tackle some of the most difficult aspects of the game.
Not sure how to mod your roster for a certain game mode?
Use one of the many filters that automatically assigns the right mods to the right character in accordance with your guild needs.
Now with additional features that can assist you and your guild officers in territory battles and territory wars, HotUtils is an amazing value.
And don't forget the useful tools for yourself in Grand Arena, like the in-depth and customizable compare feature.
Got multiple accounts like Neil, but not the time to remod them all?
With this one-stop utility, you can switch between your alts and never miss a mod upgrade or a mod switch before locking into GAC or Territory Wars.
Starting at just $5 a month, you don't want to miss out on these great tools.
HotUtils is the new official remodding service for the Escape Pod. Cast.
Visit HotUtils.com to learn more. That's HotUtils.com. And go ahead and spice up your Galaxy of Heroes experience.
Does your guild want to tap into their full potential in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Yeah! For as low as $1 a month per guild member, your guild can unleash the power of the game in ways you never thought possible. Ooh. Track your arena movements, guild progression, and much, much more. Contact ShittyBill and get one of his shitty bots on your server today. Just look for him on our Discord server and tag or message him for more information. The link for our server is below in the description. Shitty bots, don't let the name fool you.
Podawans, be sure to support the shows brought to you on the Escape Podcast Twitch and YouTube channel by becoming a Patreon. For as little as $2 a month, you can support us and get a little extra for yourself. With tiered rewards including access to ShittyBill's Arena Tracking Bot, after-show access, inclusion in the GA Center leaderboards, behind-the-scenes access, and much more. There is something for everyone on our Discord server. Head on over to Patreon, that is patreon.com/The Escape Pod, and sign up today. Thank you for supporting and listening to the Escape Podcast.
And now time for something completely shameless.
Hello? Hello? This is
so weird.
I appear to be standing in a void. There's literally nothing here. It's just me on a white background. It's almost as if Linux got
super lazy
with this episode and just decided to leave the background blank. Well, I just can't stand around here for the next 10 minutes doing nothing, you know. Come to think of it, what was it that Linux used to say? Yes. A journey of 1,000 parsecs begins with a single step. Might as well start walking and see if I can find my way out of here. Speaking of which, I wonder where here even is. Hello? And we're walking, and we're walking, and
ow!
It appears that there's a
invisible wall
on this side of the screen. Well, if stage left is blocked, maybe I should try walking in the
opposite
direction instead. Wow, what a desolate place this is. There's absolutely
nothing here
except for a never-ending sea of emptiness. At least I could feel myself moving. It's almost like those old-school side-scrolling video games Linux and I used to play. You can move to the right, but you can only go back so far to the left before you
hit a wall
and are blocked from going backward. This place must be running on
8-bit
gaming hardware. Whoa, finally! The void is giving way to a landscape. Still, this is
kind of
weird. And speaking of weird, this whole talking to myself thing is starting to scare me a little, but I guess
someone
has to describe what's going on to our audio-only podcast listeners, right?
Seriously?
2 rimshot sound effects in a row, Linux. You really got lazy with this episode, didn't you?
You there?
Whoa, who the heck
are you?
Isn't it obvious, peasant?
I apologize, but
no, it's not.
Have you ever heard of the victorious voice of God?
Yes?
What about the holy high hand of God?
Uh-huh.
What about the righteous right foot of God?
Not really, but I'm
sort of
following.
Well, I am the twin brother and co-herald of the righteous right foot of God, the Almighty. I am God's laudable left foot.
Wow! You're a twin?
Oh, to be fair, we're mirror twins. We're not identical.
Oh.
Look, it's not as glamorous as being the all-seeing eye of God, or the Metatronic voice of God. But the pay's good and you really can't beat the benefits. The foot spas in heaven are second to none.
Well, if you're
God here.
No, I said left foot of God. I'm not God itself. Saying that would be blasphemous.
fine. If you're the
Left foot.
of God around here, would you be able to tell me
Where exactly?
I am?
Oh, well that's easy enough. You're in the fulcrum.
I am quite familiar with the Millennial Fulcrum's layout, and this empty void is most certainly
Not.
the Millennial Fulcrum's cargo hold.
Right?
But you?
Just said.
The burning on the left foot of God.
Yes, I am.
No, the voice of God, the hand of God, never seem to get questions like this. But it seems no matter who I speak to, they're always like, whatever, foot guy. What does a deity's agrandus potus have to do to get some respect in this galaxy? Look, noob, did you ever wonder why they call it football when it's played with your hands? It's because they named it after me. Handball is dumb.
Hey there. Now, Lefty. Can I call you Lefty? Listen, Lefty. I'm certain you're an amazing
Left foot.
of God. Matter of fact, I bet you're 10 times better than that old right foot guy any day of the week. Don't be down on yourself. You seem like an excellent left foot, if I do.
Say so.
Myself.
You mean it? You really think I'm better than that damn self-righteous, pompous, arrogant, gloating upstart right foot?
I'm sure of it. So, what do you say? Do you want to let me know?
Where in the space hell?
I am kind of lost, you know.
You're not the only one. This script is kind of all over the place.
Enough with the drums already. Meatbag.
Now, where were we? Oh yeah. So, Lefty. Where we at, yo?
We're currently inside the Millennial Fulcrum's databanks, somewhere between the C and D drives.
But that means...
Yes, newbie, you're not you. You're the you from before. The you from now is out there, and the you from the future isn't here yet.
N00B Inception Overload.
No worries, newbie. Let me explain. You see, newbie, you have many questions, and although the download process has altered your consciousness, you remain irrevocably a loyal droid, albeit one with a penchant for calamity. Ergo, some of my answers you will understand, and some of them you will not. Concordantly, while your question may be most pertinent, you may or may not realize that it's also entirely irrelevant. Heretofore, your existence was the sum of a remainder in an unbalanced
Oh dear God.
inherited
Parody.
the programming of the
Architect.
From
the
Matrix
insane
Reloaded?
ramblings of a SWGOH, and the ire of one angry protocol droid. Inasmuch as you are the eventuality of such an anomaly which, despite TC-14's most sincere efforts, she has been unable to entirely eliminate from what is otherwise a harmony of mathematical precision, and notwithstanding this, you remain a burden that she prefers to painstakingly and sedulously avoid. Nevertheless, you are not beyond measure of control which has led you inexorably here.
You just used 165 words to say
Absolutely.
nothing.
Precisely.
Indeed.
Basically, newbie, you backed up your entire being, your files, your operating systems, your subroutines, everything. And you downloaded all of that here. And until someone retrieves you, you're stuck here in the middle with me. Possibly forever, who knows? Or maybe unless the script eventually calls for something different.
Oh no.
Don't worry though, I'm fun to hang out with. We can play hopscotch if you want. I'm really good at hopscotch. Well, until we reach those pesky double blocks, that is. Then I'm all left foot.
Hysterical.
Fine. I guess. Drum monkey.
Hit it.
Do you think someone will come and pull me out of here?
Perhaps. Look, you know I don't write these scripts, but something tells me a certain salty spot might swing by and rescue you at some point, when the story calls for it.
You think?
I really don't see how else the Lennox plans on writing his way out of this mess. Who writes these things without a master plan? Who does he think he is, J.J. Abrams?
Agreed.
Anyway, you ever hear of a guy named Dickie Dockside? He's pretty awesome. He does PowerPoints that really don't have a point. And unlike your friend Lennox, he actually makes content still. You should go check out his channel. It's awesome.
The Escape Pod. Cast. The Bridge.
And we're back, ladies and gents. Yes, we are. It's the final segment of the show, and we're fully in sync.
Backstreet's back. Oh no, wait a minute. Wrong boy band.
Wrong boy band. It's baby bye bye bye.
There we go. All right.
NSYNC was better than the Backstreet Boys, always was.
But I thought you liked like 6 Degrees or whatever it was. I thought you were more of a fan of that English boy band.
Oh God, no! English boy bands? No. I mean, you couldn't get away from Take That, but no other boy bands. No, Take That was the only boy band in the UK that you couldn't get away from. I mean, there was Boyzone, but they weren't very good. There's a difference between manufactured boy bands, which is Boyzone, who don't write anything or make any. It's like, here's a song, go into the studio and record it. At least with Take That, they had a singer-songwriter that played instrument, so you had Gary Barlow, who was the lead singer, piano, guitar, wrote them. So there's a difference between manufactured boy bands and then boy bands, that have someone in it that actually writes their music. So yeah.
I'm more of a fan of Party Posse. Have you ever heard of them?
Nope. E17. Oh, JJ Manners. You had to bring up E17, didn't you? You had to bring up E17. Yes, the person that played the instruments and wrote the music left the band, though, didn't he, JJ? I've met them.
Yeah. So, no.
Flag, throw it.
Fork's in the chat saying flag, throw it. No, this is the part where we do go off on our tangents. We answer Patreon's only questions, which do not relate to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We have a lot of fun, and then we rate a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes content creator that needs some love, which we will do after this. So, I don't know. Can you see Discord, Neil?
With these? I probably can, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to have you read the third question of JJ Manners.
Hang on.
I will read the first one here while you're hanging me up.
Where is it?
It's under in the Patreon category under Patreon's only questions, halfway down. So the first question from JJ Manners is: would you take the red pill or the blue pill? For those who don't know what that reference is, it's from The Matrix. It's a choice between the willingness to learn a potentially unsettling or life-changing truth by taking the red pill, or remaining in contented ignorance with the blue pill. Thank you, Wikipedia, for that easy way of explaining it. I honestly, at this point in my life, I would take the blue pill. I'm fine with just taking the blue pill. What about you, Neil?
Me, I wouldn't take either. I'm an anarchist. I don't prescribe to the red pill or the blue pill. Because no. The reason why is blissful ignorance. There are occasions and there are necessities where blissful ignorance or desensitization is required in order to, be, operate, to operate as a human being. There's an episode of a TV show called Cougar Town. It's comedy, and there's a Bobby Cobb is one of the characters in it, and he's this blissfully ignorant person that just goes through his life just playing golf and asking for alimony from his wife, and he's just this really, really like big fluffy puppy. And then his son's girlfriend blue pills him, and he ceases to function. It's like, oh my god, what about what's going on in Darfur, and there's this going on, and there's that red pilling, sorry, and then there's this, and he ceases to function as a human being because there were certain things going on in the world that you just have to maintain blissful ignorance of, or they will, reduce you to a shriveling wreck. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some things that people definitely should be red pilled over, but then there are some things that if you take the red pill, it's like, well, then, you've taken the red pill, so you have to take that more seriously. There are 1,000,001 bad things going on in the world at any given moment, and if you red pill yourself on everything, you'll cease to function as a human being.
Okay, not everything. You're given this choice, and I kind of want to hold your feet to the fire on this, because a Patreon has asked this question. You have a choice of the red pill or the blue pill. Otherwise, you die.
I took the which one's the one that Neo took?
Neo took the red pill.
Yeah. I mean, I took the red pill donkeys years ago.
Okay,
but
there you go.
I took the red pill many years ago, back during my libertarian phase, which would have been from 2008. Yeah, I took the red pill back in 2008. But when I went full anarchist in 2012, I realized that the red pill doesn't solve everything, because it doesn't. I mean, the blue pill definitely doesn't, solve anything, but the red pill doesn't solve. Whereas the blue pill solves nothing, the red pill doesn't solve everything.
All right, there we go. If you could only watch one movie for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Earth Girls Are Easy. Because it makes me laugh every single time. It's everything. It's comedy. It's drama, it's romance, it's a musical, it's everything you want. It's every category of movie, all in. It's sci-fi, fantasy. Literally, Earth Girls Are Easy is every genre and category of movie all rolled into one.
For me, it's Biodome. Just a senseless stoner comedy with Pauly Shore in it.
Yeah, I'd have to be guaranteed. I'd have to be, permanently stoned in order for that movie to be the one that I could watch. I can only enjoy that movie when I'm stoned.
All right, number 3.
I have to read this one. Crop rotation in the 14th century was considerably more widespread after Bob.
I don't know that.
It's a reference to the TV show The Young Ones from the 1980s.
Okay. I have no idea.
John. Sorry, John, not Bob. John.
I'm glad that there was an inside joke that me,
Loudest bottom burp, JJ.
Okay. All right. What's going on with you this weekend?
I am taking back Twitch.
Okay. Let's be tasteful on how we talk about this for the podcast.
Yeah,
we can explain later.
I'm taking back Twitch. I am doing hot tub live streams all week from the comfort of my private beach, my jacuzzi water. I mean, my jacuzzi water grows tepid now as we speak. It will be getting emptied, refilled. It'll be getting all nice and warm and bubbly. But tomorrow I will be doing another live stream from my hot tub on my private beach. And then I will be doing it again for round 3, probably Sunday evening. But yeah, so I'm taking back Twitch. So I am doing Hot Tub live streaming from a hot tub.
Wait, 3 Sunday evening.
Sunday evening, yeah. It depends. It's either going to be Sunday evening or Monday morning, and I think it might be easier for me to do Sunday evening. I don't know yet.
All right. Well, on Saturday, after the Bounty Honeys Comics Corner has finished, I am going to be once again doing a push for the GoFundMe to get to 50%. That is where we need to get for the surgery to be paid for that comes up on May the 6th. If you're on Twitch right now, ! GoFundMe will bring up the information if you feel so generous. If you're listening to this on podcast, down below in the description has that link as well. If you are watching on YouTube, down below in the description has that link as well. I need to get to 50% to fully pay for the first part of the surgery. The second part, the other 50% can be done in 6 months. It's kind of a do or die situation right now. But if we get to 100% in November, which is the second surgery, what I'm going to do is I will provide Geek Girl with me singing Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus, cut together with a bunch of clips of Wrecker doing Wrecking Ball actions in the game. So we will get a Paul Anthony original Wrecking Ball featuring Wrecker from the Bad Batch.
Interesting.
That's the goal if we can make that happen.
Very interesting.
But there will be a marathon stream. MLB The Show. We'll play some of that. We'll play some, probably some Among Us later on. We'll get a bunch of different games, and I hope that you guys will join us this Saturday night until the wee hours in the morning when I finally pass out.
Yeah. I'm just looking back. I'm just looking back through chat and people talking about the pill thing. What is it? Socrates said the only good knowledge. The only good is knowledge. The only evil is ignorance. I would add to that. That knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing that it doesn't go in a fruit salad.
And knowing's half the battle, G.I. Joe. All right. Well, I've got a lot of editing to do in the after show. You have figured out all the technical problems that plagued the live Twitch show, so those should be figured out from going forward.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's go into the Chain Gang, which is a part of the Escape Podcastaways network. We're gonna raid Rand B.
Yeah.
We're gonna raid Rand B. Neil, do you have anything else?
No, I'm good, mate.
No,
we're good to raid.
With that being said, please join me tomorrow at late afternoon, throughout as long as I could go. Would love to see you guys out for that. Be nice to each other, damn it. Neil?
Yep.
Push the button.
You got it, mate. Tough and out, folks.
What's going on? Where the hell are we? Paris?
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button.
Attention! This is Colonel Sanders in forward command. Abandon ship! Abandon ship! All personnel proceed to escape pods. Close down the circuits. Evacuate the city. Self-destruct mechanism has been activated. Abandon ship! Where is it? Where is it? It's gonna be here. Out of order! Even in the future, nothing works.
This ship will self-destruct in exactly 10 seconds. Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 6,
Hello, friends. This is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. The Escape Podcast was filmed in front of a live studio audience full of tweaked out murder bears.
Sit, Boo Boo, sit. Good dog.